so this was kind of projection on their part. And I think it set the stage for how they wanted to exploit my perceived weaknesses toward their own goals.
The story gets considerably crazier when in early November 1989 the STB planned a honey trap operation for a hotel in Bratislava using video and audio surveillance.
That's correct. That was a trip that I actually managed to write about in my diary quite extensively. So at least it was a trip to Prague first and Bratislava. The Bratislava thing was just supposed to be one night, one terrific night, from the 9th to the 10th in the hotel staying. And I wrote in my diary, I wrote in my book that it felt like the presence of Arnold and the monitors, etc., on me was somehow less at that trip. I felt free in a way, in a weird way. Hotel Pagi, the Hotel Paris here in Prague, that's where they put me up for this trip, that are extremely detailed, minute. So I realized they were watching me very carefully. And then the Bratislava part, which you talked about, the honeypot trap, yes, that was to go down on the night of November 9th, 1989, coincidentally the very same evening that the Berlin Wall fell. So completely unplanned, a total coincidence, but somehow a very Hollywood dramatic ending to this honeypot trap that never happened, actually.
As it's written in the file, it was now realized, so it wasn't realized. One thing I don't understand is how they imagined that videoing you in a hotel room with a girl would give them a hold over you. You were a single guy in your mid-20s. How is that a lever?
Well, as you said, the plot was never realized. I really don't know why. We did go down to Bratislava. I don't remember, this is where my memory really fails. I don't remember meeting the Slovak agent, the female who was supposed to approach us at the restaurant of this hotel and make her introduction. It could very well have happened that she came to the table, we had a nice chat, and then, I looked at my watch, thought we had a big day tomorrow, and just said polite goodnight or something like that. That's probably what really did happen. It could have been called off because of events that were going on in Berlin or anything. I really don't know. What was the leverage? It's not explicit in the file how they wanted to use the information. I mean, there are some lines in there that give me some indication about what they might have wanted to do. Look, obviously, when we separated for a few months before that, she would have been upset. I don't know how I could have talked my way out of that. So there was a little bit of leverage, but career destroying would have been embarrassing. Would have filled me with a lot of bad feelings, a bit of shame. But I don't think it would have really altered my life course.
But also, the STB weren't completely sure that you weren't CIA.
Yes. They had a very good idea that I was not. When they observed me, the file is very clear that I don't show any signs of formal espionage training. But to the very end, I don't think they were entirely sure.
Perhaps the craziest aspect to me is that the STB didn't just imagine this female agent, whatever she was, this Ina, would have a one-night stand with you.
Right.
They also wrote that she could be a long-term partner in you.
Yes. That's what I mentioned a little bit earlier when I said it's not exactly clear how I wanted to use this information. There are a couple of lines in the file. One of them